guys, I know it's been a long time since I've had a video, but today I wanted to go ahead and teach you something that I've been super excited about lately. It's called C2C or corner to corner crochet. And you can use this technique for making scarves or blankets, and it's really neat because it's pixel art, so you can make up your own designs and create the whatever it is that you're wanting to make and go from there. We'll start off with just a plain square in one color, and then in another video I'm going to show you how to do color changes. So what we're going to do first is grab some yarn, any color that you want. Right now I have green and yellow, and these are really neat. These are from the dollar store actually, and they're clothespins. They're plastic, but they work really well for doing this kind of crochet because a lot of times when you're making these pixel charts, you are making a lot of color changes, and so to have them on these bobbins is really handy. You can clip it right to the work that you're working on, and when you flip your work, you're not gonna get all of your yarn tangled up. Ask me how I know. Let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and make this with green. And first I wanna teach you how to begin when you're doing corner to corner. So you're gonna start in the first corner. First you need to make a slip stitch on your hook, okay? Let me do that again in case you've never made a slip stitch. So you're gonna wrap it around your fingers. I use 2 fingers, wrap it around again, and then pull the yarn through your 2 fingers, okay? And then slip your fingers out and then grab that tail and then just pull it tight. Okay, so now that we have our slip knot, I'm gonna stick our hook in there. And what I'm using is a size H hook, which is about 5 millimeters. This works really well when you're making blankets and you're doing the double crochet technique, and that's what we're going to learn today. So now that you got your slip stitch, you're going to go ahead and chain 5. So we yarn over, 1, yarn over, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now that you've got your chain, you're going to go ahead and double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. So yarn over, 1, 2, 3, go into that top loop, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over, go through the first 2 loops, yarn over, go through the next 2 loops. So you just double crocheted in the 3rd chain from the hook. Now you're going to do the same thing in the next 2 chains. So double crochet, yarn over, slip it through that top loop, yarn over, pull forward, yarn over again, pull through the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. There's another double crochet. And we'll do that one more time. Okay, so you just made your first square. Okay, it doesn't look like much yet, but just wait. Now what you're gonna do is go ahead and chain another 5. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, kind of looks like an L. Now you're going to go ahead and do the same thing you did over here, but you're going to go ahead and do it in this chain. So let's do a double crochet from the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. Okay, into that top loop. Pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through 2. Okay, we're going to do the same for the next 2 stitches. There's 1 double crochet and 2. That makes 3. So this is your 2nd square. So now it kind of looks like 2 little legs, I guess. So now what you're going to do is you need to go ahead and make the 2nd square in your 2nd row here. So you need to take this original first one here, flip it up. Okay, do you see that? Let's do that again. So here's your beginning tail. So you take your first square and you flip it up. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to do a slip stitch over here to connect the 2 squares together. So go ahead and go in from the top. You'll feel, just wiggle your needle in there, your hook in there. You should feel there's a space right there at the top. Okay, so go ahead and put your crochet hook through, yarn over, pull forward, and then pull it through that last loop. And now you've connected the two. So now you've got a nice square here and then one over here. Okay, so now we got to do the next square in our row 2 of our crochet corner to corner square. So we need to go ahead and chain again. We're going to chain 1, 2, just 2. Now yarn over, go into that same space, that same hole right there. You're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's take a look at it. Okay, we have the first square we made. Now we've got row 2. So now it's kind of the shape of a heart, right? So we're going to build off from there, and we're going to go back and forth weaving until we get to the size square that we want. So for me, I'm actually gearing up to do a crochet along here on my YouTube channel, and I am making a kitty cat grafgan with lots of different squares, lots of different characters. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys join me for that. So we're going to be making 20, most of the squares will be 20 by 20. And so that would be how big the finished square is for the blanket. But for this one, we're just practicing. We're just practicing doing one single color. So now we're gonna go ahead and do row 3. So we're gonna go ahead and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's your L again. Now we're gonna double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, come on. 3. Okay, and last one. Okay. So here again, we have this kind of wonky looking thing, right? We've got our little corner that we've started, but we have that loose piece again. So we're gonna flip this again. Okay, ready? Here we go. So take it, flip it up, and you're going to be doing your slip stitch in this square next to it, okay? So let's find that little wiggle space, yarn over, pull forward and pull through, doing your slip stitch. So now they're connected. Now we're gonna chain 2. Now do 3 double crochets again. Now we're making our square. 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. Now we're jumping into this square. So we finished this square. We're going to go into the next square. So we're going to find that wiggle space, yarn over in the back, pull forward, and pull through our working loop. So now we're connected to this square. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to double crochet 3 into that same wiggle space. Okay, so if your bobbin gets in the way, you can pull it out. 2 and 3. Okay, so we've just done 3 rows. There's our first square, here's our second row, here's our third row. And the row should have the same amount of squares as which row you did. So 1, 2, 3 squares, or you can look at it this way, 1, 2, 3 squares, okay? So you build it up as much as you want. And then once you've built it up, you're going to decrease.